Push energy versus pull energy in dating. Let's say you've been messaging a guy on a dating site or an app and he takes a few days to respond. Let's say 4 or 5 days. Do you get impatient? Do you assume he's not interested in you and then you unmatch him? Or do you write something kind of snarky like, hey, where'd you go? You dead? I used to write stuff like that. And here's another scenario. Let's say you've been on an incredible first date with a guy and he says, I had such a good time. I'm going to call you and we'll get together again. And you don't hear from him for a couple days, maybe a week. What do you do? Do you send him a message and tell him, hey, I had a great time. Love to see you again. What's a good day and time? Or here's the day I'm available. Let's go get coffee at this and this place. If you can relate to either one of these situations, you have what I call push energy in dating. You want something to happen, you push for it. You get upset when a man doesn't take enough initiative or move as quickly as you want. And I get it, like it's frustrating, but push energy doesn't work in dating. It works well in the workplace. We use push energy to get things done, to make things happen, to win the deal, to produce something, to move forward in our careers. We have to push to make that happen. And we know what we have to do to be successful at work, right? But these same skills do not work as well in dating. What we need more of is pull energy. Pull energy is when you're confident and present. You're not thinking about planning the future when you just meet a guy. You're not making up stories or assumptions when a guy doesn't respond to your emails right away. You're not trying to force a relationship or get impatient when he doesn't respond to your texts in the time frame that you would like him to. Pull energy is about connecting with a man when we are in our power, our feminine power. We don't try to force things. We show up with our standards, with our values, with our knowledge of what we need to make a relationship work. And then we speak our truth. We speak up. If a man's not willing to put in the same investment as we are, we move on, but we have patience. We see, like sometimes a man takes 5, 6 days to respond to a text, and it doesn't mean that he's not interested. It might mean that he's busy. He's got a life, which is something you want, right? And so if you immediately make assumptions that he's not interested and that he's just making false promises, you may miss a good match. Push energy is trying to impress him by making a 5-course meal when we hardly know each other. I've had clients do that. It's about always being the planner, taking charge, becoming resentful that he's not stepping up. Pull him in rather than try to force him, fix him, change him, force him to do anything. And that involves letting go of control, because your presence, when you're fully present in your power, in your woman of valueness, your presence is enough to captivate the right guy. And it really is. We don't have to keep forcing and proving. So I want to share a few steps for you to step more fully into your pull energy. The first step is to release the stress of your day. Just close your eyes and breathe in calm and breathe out stress. And every time a stressful thought comes in, breathe it out until you start to feel centered and calm. The second step is to fill your heart with love. When you're in that calm state, focus on your heart and begin breathing into the spaces around your heart. Imagine your heart is surrounded by a color that represents love. Whatever color that is to you, allow it to embrace your heart and pulsate out into the rest of your body until you can feel it radiating into every single pore. And the third step is to notice what's present in the here and now. With your heart open, start to engage all of your senses. Feel the temperature of the air going in and out. Listen for some sounds near and far. Touch your clothing. Touch your skin. Touch your hair. Become aware of all the sensations. Open your eyes and look at something. Just gaze at it until your gaze softens. These are all ways to be mindful and to be present here and now. And the next step is to open your heart to love. When you're in this state of being fully present and calm, you're not worrying about the past, you're not planning for the future, you're not trying to force anything. You are here, experiencing the beauty of the present moment. And in that state, when you shift out of your head and into your heart, that's the state I want you to be in when you are talking to men, when you want to create a heart-to-heart connection. In this state of pull energy, you are authentically you without all those love shields that protect you from love. Because when you remove those guards, you can be vulnerable and open, which allows him to come forward, to soften, and to create intimacy. So I have a question for you. Are you ready to step into that pull energy and stop working so hard against the flow? If you are, I encourage you to do this exercise every day, and especially before a first phone call or a date with a potential match. And you will feel so much better about yourself, and you'll be able to pull in the love of your life.